Hi my friends, welcome to the second video for Chinese New Year, and today I am going to make some spring rolls. Miss Chan made some wonderful long life noodles and an entire banquet, so if you haven't watched that video, go and watch. But in a moment you'll watch along and hopefully join along as I do my best to make some spring rolls. Disclaimer, I have never made spring rolls before. I actually have the goal this year to get better at cooking in general, so it's not my biggest skill, but I guess some of you also have never made spring rolls before as well, so maybe we'll do it for the first time together. So join along, watch along. The ingredients are up to you. There's lots you can change, lots you can do to make them differently to me, but I did quite a basic version, and that didn't cost too much, so you don't need too many ingredients for the one that I'm about to show you. So I hope you enjoy it, and apologies for my slightly jumpy editing skills. It's also the first time I have had to edit a video in the way that I have. So good luck if you make your own spring rolls, and also it's nearly half term, so have a wonderful half term as well. See you all in a minute. Okay, here are the ingredients. You might want to use completely different ingredients. If you look at the written instructions, there's all sorts you can put inside. So we're not going to put meat in ours, we're just going to use vegetables. But you might want to put some duck or some chicken in yours. We've also cheated a little bit because I've not chopped up my own vegetables, like Miss Chan did in her video. So if you want to follow along with the cutting up of the vegetables, you can have a look at Miss Chan's video for that. But this has all the things we'll need inside. It's got lots of pepper and onion and carrots and bean sprouts. So you need some vegetables and some phyllo pastry. We've got some Chinese 5-spice, some ginger, which I'm not going to put into mine, but we're going to put them in the second batch, and some eggs. We use just one egg, and some light soy sauce. So that should be everything you need, unless you want to add some meat. Okay, so one thing I didn't include in the ingredients list, because I forgot, was that you could also include garlic into your spring rolls if you'd like. So there's two ways you could do this. You could chop up your garlic really fine, like you can see here, but you might need an adult to help you a bit more with that because you need a sharp knife. Or if you've got a mincer at home, then you can mince it, and that might be a little bit easier for you to help. So to do that, we need to cut off both ends of the garlic. And then you need to peel it, so all the skin needs to come off. Skin is off. Pop it inside the mincer, like that, and then you're going to need to squeeze really hard. So I'm going to squeeze it onto the chopping board, and then I can put it in the pan when it's ready. So squeeze really tight, and you'll start to see that it comes out of the bottom there. You need a knife, make sure there's no skin, a knife to scrape it off onto the chopping board. And once you've cut that off, you can go again, because you might still have some left in the mincer. So make sure you've used up all you can get out. Oil in, just a splash, you don't need too much. And then once the oil's in, we're going to put some the garlic that we just minced in, and we'll just zhuzh it around for about 20 seconds so the flavour can start to come out. I did put too much oil in, but you won't put too much oil in because you've seen that I've put too much oil in. So I'm just going to give that 20 seconds. Okay, once you've given it 20 seconds, you're going to put all the veg that you chopped or you bought inside. Mix that up with the garlic. Once that's started to cook a little bit, then you want to get your soy sauce, and we're going to just slug it around, but not put too much in, because otherwise it will be too salty.
You were going to do the thing then, weren't you?
No. You need this.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to add some Chinese 5 spice, but you don't want too much, so just a pinch. And then we also just want a pinch of our ginger. Again, not too much, but make sure it goes all the way around. And then give it another mix. You don't want to cook your vegetables for too long. They don't need very long in the pan. Okay, so I've taken out the vegetables that we just cooked. Like I said, we're making 2 different kinds, so there's 2 different bowls there. So I've taken it out and put it in a bowl so it can just sit for a minute while I sort the other bits out. Now we need to crack an egg because we will need to brush this onto our phyllo pastry in a minute. So I'm just going to crack the egg. This is a fun bit to do. There we go, and I shouldn't have any shell in there. And then you're going to need to give that a mix. Okay, so we've already cut out some phyllo pastry. So it comes, we had lots and lots here in the packet. So they were quite long, and so we've just cut it in half. It was already torn, they're really easy to tear, or you can use a knife. So make sure you've got about half if you don't want too much of a big spring roll, but you can make them whatever size you want to. So I am going to pop some of the mixture. I'm just going to go along the end here because we're going to roll it up. And I need to leave a gap on this side and this side because we're going to fold it back up. We practiced this once already, which is why there's already egg on the side underneath my phyllo pastry. So I don't want to fill it too much, so I'm going to stop there. And I didn't have a brush for my egg, so I'm going to improvise. If you've got one of these, you might have something else you can use in the kitchen. And I'm going to get some egg and I'm going to brush it on the sides. Again, this is a bit you can definitely help with. And we need the egg so that when we try and roll it up, it all sticks together. So, I'm going to fold it up on the sides. There. And a little fold on that side. Oh, it's tearing a little bit. And I'm going to start to roll. Until it's all rolled up. Pause it there. Okay, so we've rolled out 8 spring rolls. So depending on how much ingredients that you got, you might make more than us, you might make less than us. But we've laid them out. I know that these are mine, these are Connor's, because we put slightly different spices in. So we put them on some baking parchment, and you need to make sure that the seam side is down on the baking tray. And then you need to use the rest of the egg to just give the outsides a roll. Not a roll, a little brush. And all of the spring rolls are a different size because I've never made them before. So that big one that looks like a sausage roll might need a little bit more egg. Preheated our oven to 180, so that is ready for us to pop them in. If you haven't, that's okay, and you can preheat now before you pop them in. And I'm going to pop them in now. The recipe says to keep your spring rolls in for 20 to 25 minutes. But I think just keep an eye on them because the phyllo pastry is very thin. So it definitely did need 25 minutes. So I'm going to take these out. I think they're as golden as they're going to go. Maybe if I'd have put some more egg on, they would have gotten a bit more golden. But this is how they've finished up. So we've got our spring rolls. There's different kinds of dipping sauces you can use as well. So we've got teriyaki and plum and hoisin, and we've got some sweet chili. So you might want some sauces to dip. And then we're going to have them on the side of our dinner. So we've got some noodles, a bit like Miss Chan did as well. And that's that.